Hi everyone, this is Dave the SEO and I'm here to talk to you about my upcoming training course, SEO for Non-Specialists, e-commerce edition, which is coming up in a couple of weeks' time on the 24th of March at the Doubletree by Hilton in Kensington, London. And it's a full day's worth of training. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be covering. So if you're thinking about coming on this course, you probably want to know what I'm actually going to cover. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview today. So I've got a lot of slides to get through here. So what I'm actually going to do is just make sure that I send you all of these. Well, what exactly I'm going to focus on the day and what I'm going to spend more time on, or which slides I spend more time on, will depend on what people tell me they are most interested in. So this is aimed at people working in e-commerce whose jobs involve SEO, but they are not SEOs as a job. So if you're doing something like you're an e-commerce manager or a webmaster, or you're a dev working on e-commerce, or you're a copywriter working in e-commerce, content writers, anyone like this, there's so many things that you influence every day in your jobs that impact SEO. So I want more people to know how SEO works, so you don't have to rely purely on working with SEO experts. There's a lot that you can do, and a lot of the time it's not even that much extra work. So that's the idea of this course. Now I've got 235 slides in this deck at the moment. And I think we'll get through a lot of them. But like I say, they're going to get all sent across at the end. And I'm happy to follow up with people if there's anything that we didn't get to go into as much detail as you wanted, but I'm going to try and get through everything on the day. So obviously I'm going to give an introduction to myself, to the industry. And then I'm going to go into a section on how search works. This is the basics of why SEO is important, what you need to know, who the different search engines are, different types of search engine, how the different parts of search pages on desktop and mobile put together, difference between SEO and paid search, different features we see in search engine results pages, impact of AI overviews on Google, some basics on how crawling works. And then we're going to go, once we've got that basic knowledge, we're going to go into keywords and keyword research, how to reflect what people are actually searching for when they're searching for your products. So how do we select keywords, different things to think about, much more than just search volume, how to understand intent, different phases in the funnel, what the keyword research process looks like, how to actually do this keyword research. So we're going to look at particular tools and how to actually go through. And then you get these slides afterwards so you can go back and see what these steps are when you want to do these different tasks yourselves. The whole keyword research process covered in detail here. As you can see, lots of information on this slide. I'm not going to be reading out every single word on the day, but they're designed in such a way that you get a great resource afterwards as well. So after keyword research, we're going to go into on-page SEO and content. So once you know which keywords you want to optimize for, how do you actually go and do that? So basic page optimization for existing pages and new pages as well. Really understanding how Google analyzes content, how it understands what's good quality content, what content it should show in different contexts. And then how do we actually go about optimizing content, longer pieces of content, also product descriptions and so on, what the process for that looks like, what the ranking factors for content look like, how to improve relevance, how to improve engagement. So much information in here. I'm looking forward to going through with you all. Even things like how to get schema on pages as well. How to do competitor analysis, see what's working well for competitors, what they could be doing better, what you can do better than them. How to come up with a content plan, a content strategy. And then we're going to go into technical SEO. Now, you might think that if you're in the kind of job, you're an e-commerce manager, you're a copywriter, that you don't need to know this stuff. But this is all really useful information on understanding why this is important, why all the hard work you're potentially doing optimizing pages can be wasted if Google and other search engines can't understand what's actually on the page or can't find the pages in some cases. So we're going to go through crawling and indexing, what they actually are, how to make search engine friendly websites, what we mean when we're talking about indexation, what Google's crawling process actually looks like. So plenty to kind of get into there. Understanding how to do things like redirects. So this is more kind of stuff that you may well be doing on a regular basis. Best practice for setting up redirects, specifically for product pages, specifically for category and listing pages. What do we mean when we're talking about soft 404s? How do they come about? How do we fix those? Different types of cannibalization and what the problems of duplicate content are and how we fix issues with duplicate content. What's the best practice there and different solutions? What are buried and orphan pages, why those are a problem, how to fix those. We've got a section on international technical SEO, making sure the right people in the right countries end up on the right pages, ideally every single time, give them the best experience based on what they need. How to plan for a migration. I've got a section on core web vitals and page experience, those ranking factors as well, how to improve those. And then after technical SEO, we're going to move on to off-page SEO. So we're talking about building backlinks, how to do that in a safe way, in a natural way that isn't going to get you into any trouble with Google. And also how to improve things like user signals, so click-through rate and short clicks. Then we've got a section on local SEO we're going to go through. This is a fairly short section at the moment, but if someone says to me, actually local SEO is something we really want to go into, then I can expand this section out. And I can always dive into any specific issues people are having, any specific questions and examples people have in the training as well. And then lastly, how do we measure all this? How do we tell whether what we're doing is working? How do we find where things are not working so well and need improvement? And finishing off with just a few sources of SEO news and information for you to keep up to date. So that is what that training is going to look like. I'm really looking forward to delivering it. I absolutely love talking about SEO, and I love talking to people who know a little bit about SEO and want to learn more, and really getting people excited about SEO. So if this sounds like the course for you, please go ahead and sign up for tickets now while they're still available.